Welcome back to Success International Training Institute. Remember, we thank you for being here. We really hope that you are sharing these videos with your families, with your friends. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, though, we invite you to subscribe. We invite you to leave a comment. We have lots in store for you, because when you come to Success International Training Institute, you're not going to be the same. We expect for you to grow, and we're giving you the tips, the doses of medicine you need to grow. So thank you. Today we're talking again about businesses and owning a business, or those who are prospective business owners, how to ensure that your business succeeds. I invite you to watch the video we had before. That's part 1. Today we're doing part 2, because I believe there is so much that we can share and that will help you to do well. So these are the tips I want to share with you today. 1. Take risks. What risks are you willing to take in your business? What are risks in the first place? Well, basically, it means taking decisions about things that will happen in the future which may or may not work out. Who knows the future? None of us does. But if you are not willing to take risk in your business, you're not going to grow. Remember, when you started out with your business, you had a plan. It may have been a good plan, a clearly laid out plan, but things change. The dynamics of the market changes over time, and so in order for you to meet those demands, you will have to take the risk. You will have to change along with the market. So for example, you normally sold things to teenagers. Those teenagers eventually get to be adults. If you will still serve teenagers, are you going to be supplying the very same product in the very same way, the same kind of packaging? You have to be willing to read your market and pivot. Change the business strategies. Change your business procedures. It may even require you to change location. Whatever those risks are, it means you could decide you need to be investing in real estate, investing in shares, investing in other products or services. Take the risk if it means your customers are requiring a new product and added value to a product. You may be willing to serve that same set of customers, but they're not going to be satisfied if it's the same old product. After all, you would have gotten their feedback. You have to incorporate that feedback into your new offerings to your customers. Any business that you see out there that seems to be succeeding, it's because they have taken risk. They decided that they're going to plunge into something that does not necessarily have to work out. And you don't want to take foolish risks. You don't want to take risks that will cause your company to go under, or your business to really lose. But there are some risks that are going to impact your business negatively. And it does not mean that your business will not survive. What it means that for that period of time, you will have to have mitigating strategies to maneuver that period. Any risk you're going to take is going to really have some kind of influence on how your business operates, at least in the very short term. It's going to cause a trigger, but over time it will smooth out. Any risk you take now should be risk that you have planned for, risk that you have dissected properly, risk that you understand. And if you understand those risks clearly, you're going to be ensuring that things are in place. So if anything should go wrong, you're not going to lose your business. The wise and successful business person gets to know the market, understands what is happening, understand the changes that are taking place. And any wise and prospective business person need to be able to have a risk level that is going to help them to succeed. Be willing to take risks. Be willing to take the extra steps that are necessary in order for your business to grow. It can't get to a place of growth. You can't get to add new services, add new products. You can't seek out new customers if you're not willing to get into a new market. You can't diversify your business operations if you're not willing to do things outside of the norm, outside of the box that you've been operating in. So take the necessary risk. Look at your market, study the market. Don't jump in without having that kind of information. Do your due diligence. And when you've done so, when you've analyzed it, see whether or not it fits into your business strategic plans. Because it may not necessarily fit, but it is right for you to do. That means your strategic plan, your overall business objectives and mandate may need revision. But if you are going to grow, if you're going to succeed, you have to make up your mind that you can't do the same things always and expect a greater impact. You have to do something different. You have to strike when the opportunities are there. And if you're not in a place of readiness, you're going to lose those opportunities, because risks are really opportunities. They're opportunities for growth and success. They're opportunities for expansion. They're opportunities for increased revenue. So take risk in your business. My next tip for you is to stop robbing your business. It sounds harsh, but without even realizing it, many of us remove the profits out of our business and we wonder how it is our business is not able to survive. Treat your business as though you were a consumer and not the owner. And when you would have done that, you would do well. What is it that I'm talking about really? You can't have a business and you're dipping into the profits daily. You're not replenishing anything. You're removing things that you could not ordinarily afford. And then you expect to make a profit. What is profit? Maybe if you understood that term, you'd realize what I'm talking about. So profit means, or if you're going to make a profit, it means that product or service you're selling must be at a price that is higher than what you paid for it. So what goes into pricing your product? You're talking about the cost of raw material, transportation, if you needed to go buy your product somewhere. You're talking about utilities that are associated with it, salaries that would have been paid to your workers. You're talking about maybe the rent or the mortgage on the place. We have many expenses relating to the product that must go into the pricing. So when you price your product, the amount of money has to be higher than what you paid for it in order for you to make a profit. Therefore, if you are not selling customers, you're not making a profit. Oftentimes as owners, when you take things out of your business, you don't replace it with the money. Certainly, even if you replace it, you're going to simply be thinking of your cost price. You're not going to be thinking of your profit margin, which is where your customers come in as very, very valuable to your business. So when I say stop robbing your business, what I'm saying is that you need to stop taking out your stocks out of your business, because if you're not replacing them, you're not going to make any profit. Now, this particularly applies to persons with stores, or they sell clothing or food items. You're packing groceries. Your families are coming and they're always in need. You need a new suit to go here. You need a bag to go there. And I'm saying to you, if you continue to do that and there is not a customer that is coming in to buy that product, you would not have gotten that profit. You have to treat your business as though you were going to somewhere else to shop. Therefore, if you did not have the money, you wouldn't be able to get the product. So if you are deciding to take things out of your business, if ordinarily it's not in your budget and you could not afford it on your salary, don't take it out. Another thing we do when we rob our business is that we don't spend any time working in our business. We don't treat it as though it was ours. We spent a lot of time, or many of us spend a lot of time working for other persons because we're employees. But when it comes down to our own business, we don't take that same approach. We're not as committed. You're willing to spend sleepless nights working to ensure that your boss makes money and that you're achieving your target for the month or your quota for the month. But when it comes onto your business, Before the hours of closing time, you're already gone. You leave employees to work for you. If you have employees, you have to be committed. You have to be intentional. That's the only way you're going to really succeed. If you understand that that's your business, your 9 to 5, your regular business, because it doesn't really matter if you are doing a business on the side or if you're doing it full time. If you don't treat it in the very same way and better than when you were an employee, you're not going to succeed. A business is supposed to be close to your heart. Therefore, you protect it. You have been pondering this action for a while. You have been dreaming about it. You've been salivating about it. Now that you've set up a business, you're deciding that you need to be taking more vacations from the business than you would on a regular basis. Nobody should see you because, oh, you're the boss, so you're not going to be working. It's a time when you should be putting in the work. It's a time when you should be engaging customers on the floor, seeing what they want, finding out which part of your services aren't so pleasing to them, talking to them about what their outlook is for your business. You're certainly wanting to incorporate their ideas. What would they like to see in your product? Could they encourage you to switch over or to really add something new to your product to make it better for them, to give them a better experience? You cannot spend more time in someone else's business than you are willing to spend in yours. It is your investment, therefore it requires your nourishment, it requires your time, it requires your dedication. Put in the hours that you need to put in and do not rob your business of the profit. The profit is what is going to keep your business alive for 10, 15, 20 years. It's what you're going to be able to hand down to your children and your grandchildren. Make sure that the same kind of passion you had when you started the business carries through. Make sure that you're giving honestly to your business and not fooling yourself in thinking, oh, it's my business, so I don't need to work. Oh, it's my business, I can take whatever I want. Yes, you can make those decisions, but when you do, what are the consequences? Your business is not going to survive. You're not going to be able to find money to even replace the stocks that you're selling. Don't forget that even if you do not offer a product, if you're talking about a service that you're offering, like teaching or consulting or coaching, you still can rob yourself when you don't show up for your job, when you don't show up for your customers, when they're telling you what their needs are and you're deciding it doesn't matter. You have to include your customers and their desires into your offerings. So do not rob your business. If you want your business to succeed, you have to ensure that you're treating it as though it is really a business, one that makes profit. Sell for more than what you pay for your product or your service. My final tip for you, and don't forget, there are several things that we can talk about, but I just chose these few for you. My final tip for you is to treat your customers well. Treat them very, very, very special. Remember, we don't have a business unless we have customers. What's your plan for your customers? How are you going to engage them? How are you going to satisfy them? How are you going to ensure that they are repeat customers? None of us like to be treated poorly. None of us like to go to places and wonder, why did we come here in the first place? Why are we here? Why are we supporting a business that does not appreciate me? Make your customers love to come to your place. Cause them to ask for you. Cause them to ask about your product. Cause them to wake up every day wanting to come and shop from you, even if they don't need it. That is what persuasive buying is about. And that does not have to be hard, but it has to be planned for. You can't simply take your customers for granted. Don't open your shop, for example, and expect that they will show up and always show up. If I have a bad experience one day, I am not going back to that place. I'm not going to support you. I am sure I can find alternatives. And many of our customers can find alternatives. They don't have to come to us. So when they patronize us, when they come and they spend their money with us, why shouldn't we be grateful? Why shouldn't we take into account their needs, their desires? Why don't you want to make their experience the best they've ever felt? They don't want to move. You can sell them water, you can sell them ice, you can sell them rain. If you make them happy, I am saying customers, some of them are difficult, yes, but if you want something, you're going to ask for it. Do not think that you're any different from a customer who keeps asking and complaining. I am saying, if you treat your customers well, like they are the best, like you are so grateful to see them, they are your priority after all, then you're going to have customers coming back to you for years. Their children will be coming, their friends will be coming, their families will be coming. That is how your business is going to expand. You know that marketing your product does not always result in you getting new customers always. The strength of your business relies heavily on repeat customers. Your reputation precedes you. That's the saying, and it's not a cliche. It is true. Customers want to have an experience that is so gratifying. When they leave, they're going to miss your place. It doesn't matter what you have to offer. So if you are, for example, walking their dogs, make sure that you're doing your best job. If you are offering dental services, make the experience as pain-free as possible. If you're selling ice, make sure it's not all melted before they get it. Give your customers the very best opportunity to be grateful. Make them know that when they spend their money with you, they're not losing. Because it's not just what's on the face of the money, but the treatment that comes with it. Your customers are extra special. They are the bloodline of your organization. They are the ones who cause you to be open day after day. And they should be the ones who you treat with so much respect, so well, that they will never want to leave you. So that's my final tip. But I believe that this one, more than all, is the strongest one, because without customers, you would have no business. Treat your customers well, and they will come back to you time and time and time again. They will refer others to you, and that's what you want. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, I want you to go back to the previous video, part 1, where we share some other tips with you. Share with your friends, your families, and anyone who has any inclination about starting a business or about running a business. Doesn't matter if you're a small business owner, medium-sized, or large business owner. These tips apply, and I want you to ensure that the word gets out. Please remember, subscribe to our channel, share, like this video. Also, turn on your notifications so that when a new video comes out, then you will know immediately. Also, we want you to leave us a comment, because we would really like to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I hope that we will see you again in our next video.